I'm moving into this neighborhood and I'm right next door to a school. That's a good thing, right? Buyers selecting an area, a neighborhood, there's a couple of questions that they sometimes ask themselves. They ask themselves, for example, I'm moving into this neighborhood and I'm right next door to a school. That's a good thing, right? And the answer to that question is probably not right next door to the school. Simply because in the morning and when school's out, you're going to get such a buildup of traffic around you that it becomes difficult to get in and out your driveway. It's nice to be close to a school, maybe even a couple of streets over, or maybe you cut through a field and you're at the school. Those things are usually good, but being right next to the school or a street right in front of the school, not always a great thing because of the buildup. One of the other questions that a buyer, especially around the downtown Kitchener, uptown Waterloo neighborhoods are asking is, if I'm close to the LRT, that will increase my property value, correct? Again, the answer is we haven't seen that. We haven't seen property values increase because they're close to the LRT. What we have seen is they've become more saleable for many people that need access to public transport, or if somebody's buying it as an investment property, one of the big things that they can advertise is that it's close to the LRT. We haven't necessarily seen property values increase by a certain percentage because it backs onto the LRT or it's close to the LRT. Sometimes if you're too close to the LRT, like on an LRT stop right in front of you, it's not always a good thing because families, they don't want to be right in front of like an LRT stop. They want their kids to be able to kind of be outside, maybe even play hockey on the streets. I know some of the streets where the LRT is, it's going to be busy and you can't do that, but you get my point. Families want to be in family neighborhoods and they will typically pay a premium to be within, a street off of the main street. The next thing is being close to the highway. So let's say you're close to Highway 401. Is that a good thing? Does it increase property value? Well, what you'll find is that the neighborhoods around the highway do typically sell faster. Because they sell faster, it just means they're more in demand. And yes, that does result in an increase in property value. Anytime you have something where the abundance of buyers want to be close to, and many buyers want to be close to the 401, whether they're commuting back and forth to Toronto or whether they want to be easily accessible by family, well, then at that point, people will pay a slight premium to be in a neighborhood closer to the highway. All right, guys, I hope that helps. See ya.